The best resource for new clients is the clients you already have.
Because in my opinion, good ideas are like, so what? There are plenty of good ideas out there, so what? The difference is when we take some good ideas and we put action behind them and we turn them into habits.
Donna Fisher works with organizations that want to bring out the best in their people. She's in the business of motivating people to connect with one another so they can be a contribution to each other's lives and businesses. When she speaks at corporate meetings, conferences, and conventions, people are inspired to communicate and connect in a way that makes a difference.
It was the 6th grade for me when I had one of those teachers that touched my life in such a way that I will always remember. Mrs. Webster. She was obviously one of many teachers I had throughout my years of schooling, but she's the only one that I remember. And it's not like there's a particular situation or incident that happened that I can recall and share with you. And it's not like there was a word or phrase or statement that she said that has stayed with me all these years. It's not like that. What Mrs. Webster did for me was she noticed me. This quiet, shy, scrawny little girl who always sat in the back of the classroom, who never raised her hand to ask a question, even if she desperately needed the information, who hardly spoke unless spoken to. No matter how high-tech we get, nothing will ever replace the value and importance of your people skills. And in fact, the more high-tech we get, the more important those people skills are becoming. And learning how to utilize our people skills through the technology that is now available to us.
Because as humans, it's just natural that we say what's on top first. This applies to brainstorming. If you ever do brainstorming regarding sales or marketing or advertising campaigns or whatever, the whole idea with brainstorming is it's non-judgmental and you just say it all. And with brainstorming, at first, you get all these, like, you know, normal, everyday ideas you've had, and then all of a sudden you start coming up with these incredible, awesome thoughts and ideas, and it's like, where did they come from?
Life. We talk about life, we sing about life, we read about life, we do research about life, and we wonder from day to day what life is about, what's the meaning of life, what's my purpose, why do things happen the way they do in our lives. Helen Keller said, life is either a daring adventure or nothing. Scott Peck, in his book, The Road Less Traveled, starts out his book with one sentence, life is difficult. My favorite Ziggy cartoon is about Ziggy climbing to the top of the mountain to find the wise sage and ask about the meaning of life. So it shows Ziggy reaching the peak of the mountain, and there's the wise sage, sitting peacefully with his legs crossed and the long white beard, and Ziggy asks about the meaning of life. And the sage responds going, life? Well, I thought everybody knew. Life's just one darn thing after another. And then Forrest Gump comes along and teaches us that life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Maybe you have your own saying about life or your premise about life. In one of my seminars, I talk about how life is like a roller coaster. Twists and turns and ups and downs, sudden starts and stops. One moment it's exciting, the next moment it's terrifying.
Donna Fisher is an expert in the field of people skills based on personal power and quality communication. She has authored 4 books, owns 2 businesses, and is a former award-winning marketing rep for a major corporation. Audiences everywhere are energized, inspired, and taking positive action as a result of Donna's programs. Donna Fisher's programs cover motivation, marketing, communication, networking, and leadership. Donna Fisher is one of approximately 145 women worldwide who have earned the designation Certified Speaking Professional. Her programs are ideal for individuals who want to grow and soar, and companies who want to bring out the best in their people.
That's important to me to convey to people is that we all have value. And to always come from a place of value in our conversations with other people, and come from a place of that I have value, that you have value, and let's discover how we can share that value. One of those days when I was crying, I was in my car by myself on one of the freeways in Houston, driving along and crying. All I wanted to do was get home to the privacy and safety and comfort of my home. So I turned off of that freeway onto one of the busiest streets in Houston. Sure enough, as that stoplight turns red, my car's the first car to stop at that stoplight with cars all behind me, all around me, people all around. And I'm sitting there, tears streaming down my face. I don't really want to be noticed. I'm staring in that stoplight, wishing it'd turn green as soon as possible so I could get home. And then all of a sudden, I noticed to my left, there's a man who walked up to my windshield, tapped on my windshield, handed me a rose and said, "I hope your day gets better." This guy was selling roses on the street corner, and he took that moment to reach out to me, to notice me, to reach out to me and say, "I hope your day gets better."
Because lots of times we're not listening and we're not handling problems at a gut level, at really the source of what the problem is. We're listening on a surface level, and so we're putting Band-Aids on the problem so they keep reoccurring. So if that's happening, I encourage you to look at your listening and see if you're really getting to the source of what people are complaining about so that you can really address the problem.
You know, the whole fun of a treasure hunt is you know there are jewels out there. Now the fun is you don't know where the jewels are. The game is to find the jewels. If we told you where the jewels were, the game would be over. It'd be no fun. Networking is the same way. There are jewels out there everywhere, and the game is to find the jewels. So you talk to this person, and you meet this person, and you call this person, and you go to this meeting, and you call, and it may not seem like a jewel shows up in every circumstance or situation, but then sometimes the jewel shows up in the most unexpected ways and places, and with people you never thought. And you just keep exploring. So I know that for each and every one of you, there are some jewels in this room. And we can be jewels for each other in a lot of different ways. And each and every one of you can be a jewel to someone else in this room.
When I ask that question again, what can be done? What I know is you're out there doing it as teachers, touching the lives of our young people every day to make a difference in their life. Hats off to you.